So, let me guess. You're either in education, or you're a boot camper about to start on a coding boot camp, or you're a self-learner about to start on your self-learning journey, or you're just an enthusiast who just likes to know. But you need to know about front-end development and specifically HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Whatever your reason, I've got you. This is the basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in under 5 minutes. So, let's get you familiarized with the front end. The front end is simply the user interface elements that you would typically see on a website. This would include images, texts, buttons. The art, and yes, it's an art, the art of front end development is simply creating these user interface elements depending on your vision. Talking about art, we all express ourselves in different ways, and that applies to computer languages too. Computer languages express instructions to computers, and different computer languages require different expressions. And there are a set of languages that are foundational and fundamental to every web page you've ever seen. Funnily enough, those languages are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Every single one plays a different but major role in constructing a website. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's used to give a website its foundation, and HTML creates user interface elements for its website. Think of HTML as a body, the whole HTML code as a body, and the user interface elements that you create, the bits of the code, are like body parts. And once it's put together, you have a body, but just a body. This is how HTML looks like. Once we finish creating the body, i.e. the HTML, we need to style it, we need to clothe it, and we need to make it look presentable. This is where CSS comes in. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, and as the name suggests, you use it to style the HTML body that you've created. We use CSS to add style, flair, and a bit of razzle dazzle to the HTML body. CSS code looks like this. Here you can add all the personal touches that you want to add to your HTML body. That includes color, font, the sizes of your font, positioning. The limit is your imagination. You can do whatever you want to the HTML body that you have created. So you've used CSS to style the HTML body that you've created. You're happy with it. It looks great. It's got style and it's got your personal touch. However, a body with clothing, but just an empty body, we need the body to be able to function. We need it to talk, to breathe, to have functionality, and that's where JavaScript comes in. JavaScript controls the way your website acts. It allows it to breathe, to walk, to talk, and it allows it to essentially become functional. It gives your website character and personality, and it stops it from being boring and static. JavaScript even brings up alerts, error messages, and it can even manipulate web pages depending on how the user uses it. Those three languages combined make up every single web page you have ever seen, including Twitter, Netflix, Google, and many, many more. Different websites translate these languages slightly differently, and the differences among web browsers are usually minute and definitely uncatchable to the untrained eye. Unless you're using Internet Explorer, which I hope anyone watching this video isn't. And as time developed, so did the languages being used to construct the websites, and therefore the web pages themselves. It's probably why you can remember very boring and static web pages like the infamous Space Jam website, and as you grew up, you saw the transition in web pages becoming more and more interactive. Maybe I'm just too old. Well, there you have it. The basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in under 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please do consider subscribing if you'd like to see more of this content. This was Code with Mohammed, and I'll see you guys soon. The front end is simply put the user interface elements that you typically I'm forgetting how to speak.